now available in paperback. From the author of the critically acclaimed book The Man Crisis comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback at Amazon.com and online booksellers today. You often hear many feminist indoctrinated women in social circles talk about how they're looking for a good man. However, they never find that so-called good man because many of these women have gone out here and had one bad relationship with one bad man, and because they've had that one bad relationship with that bad man, that relationship scars them for life and makes it where they are incapable of finding love with anybody else. Now, most women out here who have been indoctrinated into feminism believe that men and women are the same. And because they believe that men and women are the same, they believe that they can go out here and have a whole lot of partners like the mainstream media tells us that men have, not understanding that what the mainstream media is presenting to you is an image of a whoremonger male, which was at the bottom of society, and this whole idea of a man having multiple women in some cases is something that a woman just cannot do because a woman is not the same as a man. No, the Most High made a woman to be different than a man, and the Most High made a woman to be different than a man because he wanted a woman to go out here and bond with a man in a marriage, and he wanted a woman to become connected to that man until death do they part. And most women don't understand that you are not, again, designed to be with multiple men because this is going to do damage to you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And what happens is that many women go out here and they get in their feelings over the first man that they get involved with in either their adolescence or young womanhood. And as they get involved with this man and fall in love with this man, what happens is they start to form a sexual relationship with that man. And that man, once he has sex with that woman, goes out here and, as Ringo has talked about, imprints her with his spirit and DNA. And once she has this man's spirit and DNA attached to her, she is basically bonded to that man. And usually what happens is just because this relationship doesn't meet her expectations, she winds up breaking up with this man physically. However, she still has the DNA and spirit of that man imprinted on her. And because she has that spirit and DNA imprinted on her own self, what happens is that when she tries to go out here and have relationships with other men, she is incapable of connecting with another man because she is already bonded to another man. And as she tries to have relationships with other men, what happens is that she winds up projecting the image of the other man that she was first with onto any other man that she gets involved with. And because she winds up projecting the image of this man that she was first involved with on other men, what happens is any man who tries to have a relationship with this woman is unable to connect with her because she has a mental and spiritual and emotional wall erected inside of her, because she still has a connection to that other man. And it's that one man that prevents this woman from being able to have relationships with other men. And because as long as she is connected to that other man, what happens is that no matter what this woman tries, she's still stuck on that other man. And depending on how much emotional damage was done in that relationship, she will still be holding on to the trauma and emotional baggage from that previous relationship with that other man that she was first with. And as she holds on to that emotional baggage from that relationship with that other man, this is what makes it where no man can go out here and have a relationship with her, because she's still got all of this emotional baggage attached from this past relationship. And it's all of that baggage from that past relationship that makes it where it becomes impossible for the next man to get close to her. So this is why the one man can just do damage to a woman and make it where this woman winds up extremely frustrated, extremely angry, and extremely bitter. And she winds up frustrated, angry, and bitter because she's still got all of these feelings that have not been resolved as related to that last man that she was involved with. She still has all sorts of memories still attached to that man. She still has a bond to that man. And as she has that bond to that man and has all of these issues and baggage, it makes it where every other man, again, when he tries to come up and tries to show her how he's not going to be like the other guy, she starts going out here and projecting the first boyfriend or husband onto her. And as she projects the first husband and all of his problems onto that man, this is what causes friction between her and a second or third partner. And that friction that makes it where that relationship is unable to work, because she's still thinking about that one man from the past, and she still is holding on to that one man. And many women, they'll sit there and wonder, oh, why did the last 4 or 5 relationships didn't work? Well, the relationships didn't work because you still have not worked out all of your issues as related to that first relationship, that first Pookie, that first Ray Ray, that first Bobby that you got involved with. And because you still have feelings for that guy, and you still have not resolved those feelings for that guy, and you still have not dealt with the issues as related to what led to that relationship not working, you cannot make any other relationship work, because you're still bonded to this other man, and because you're still spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, contractually obligated to this man, you have no way of taking responsibility in a relationship with another man. You can't go out here and fully commit to that other man because you're still, again, in an emotional relationship with this old guy who you still are angry about. And again, this is what many women don't understand, and this is the impact that one man can have on a woman that many people don't want to talk about. Now, most women don't want to talk about how one bad man can just go out here and make it where you just put up an emotional wall that prevents you from connecting with good men, because they can't see what's good about you, because you keep seeing what's bad about the previous man you're involved with. And because you're still seeing what's bad about the previous man you were involved with, the Pookie, the Ray Ray, the Bobby, or whoever else it is, you can't see the good that this man has to offer, and you can't show the good about your character because you're still angry at that previous man for burning you and doing you dirty. And because you're still angry and still bitter about the man who did you dirty in the past, it prevents you from being able to try to work on building a future with another man. And this is something many women, they're out here, they're sitting there mad, sitting there talking about, oh, no good black men. Well, the reason why you keep seeing black men as no good is because you are sitting there angry about the guy from the past instead of trying to see the good about the man from the future. And because you can't see the good about the man from the future, you're still stuck in the past. And because you're still stuck in the past, what happens is that you still wind up out here thinking about guys like the one you had in the past, instead of looking to find a man of better character and a man who has better values. Because if you're sitting here angry about this guy from the past, and every guy you get involved with, no matter where he comes from, you're going to keep projecting that guy from the past on, because you haven't gotten over that one man in your life. And because you haven't gotten over that one man, you can't find a relationship with another man out here. And this has affected many young women ever since they were teenage girls or young women. They get caught up in their feelings about one dude, And as they get caught up in their feelings about this one dude, what they do is once the relationship ends, especially if it ends badly, they throw that guy up and make him the reason for everything going wrong and the reason why their lives are filled with such dysfunction and chaos, because they're still caught up in their feelings that were unresolved as related to this one dude, and they still go out here and think about every man as being just like the one man that they had, not understanding that maybe this was the wrong man to be with. And again, you possibly might have found that if you had somebody to help you vet them, like a father, like an older brother, or other men in the community, they could have helped you see that this one man wasn't the right one before you got involved with him. But because of our feminist society and feminist indoctrinated women, they're sitting there thinking that, oh, all men are bad, when in actuality you just picked a bad one. And the reason why you picked a bad one is because you had nobody there to help you vet the men around you, and because you had nobody to help you navigate through your feelings and nurture you the way a father would. What you're doing is trying to go out here and trying to project this bad man onto every other man. Instead, what you need to be doing is going to the Most High and looking for His guidance, because you need His guidance in order to get out of this spiritual rut, because this is a spiritual rut that is destroying many women out here. And it's destroying women because they're sitting there bitter and angry about men, projecting a one bad man onto every other man, instead of living the abundant life that the Most High wants a woman to live inside of a marriage with her husband. Because the Most High wants most women out here to live an abundant life where they can enjoy a loving relationship with a husband, but it's hard for those women to have that relationship because they're out here dwelling on a man from their past, and because they're dwelling on a relationship from a man from their past, they're sitting there seething, bitter and angry about this one man and all of the allegedly bad things that he did, instead of looking to move on to a better and healthy relationship with a healthy man who is looking to give them the love and share love with them. Instead of looking for that man, what they're doing is going out here and getting angry about the no good black man, or the no good man. And again, all because their spirits and DNA are bonded to that man, and all of the memories they have of that man, they are not able to let go of those memories and let the Most High in their lives, because they're still bonded to that man and those memories. And again, that's what's got them looking for. That's why they can't find any good relationship, because they're looking for to hold on to those baggage and those memories. And again, this is one of the things that can damage a woman. The one bad man can do a whole lot of damage, and it's that one man and the memory of that man they'll hold on to for life, unless they have an intervention by the Most High. They will hold on to the memory of this man for over their lifetime, because some women, they are bitter until the day that they die, and it's really sad that they wind up bitter like this over one man who goes, in many cases, is a whoremonger male who's going to go on and exploit more women, but they miss out on the joys and abundance of life because they are so busy being angry about this man not meeting their unrealistic expectations, this man going out here and telling them lies and feeling bruises to their ego. Many of these women feeling hurt because this man did them dirty, but they can't find anything clean or joyous about men because they had a bad experience with a man. And again, all it takes is one bad man to do damage to a woman. And many women don't know how to heal from that damage because they don't know that the way to healing is to going to the Most High and going out here and asking for His help and hoping to get this spirits and DNA washed off of them, because that's what the Most High Son, the Messiah, does. He cleanses all sin, and you can get this cleansed if you go to the Most High and repent. Again, he wants the best for most women out here. He knows that one bad man can do damage, but if you go to the Lord, He can go out here and heal that damage. But you have to go out here and go with your heart, because again, most women need to understand all it takes is one bad man to keep a woman away from a great life. Now, if you want to learn more about why women wind up in these kind of situations, you can pick up my books, The Woman Crisis and Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find these books at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more videos like this about men's and women's issues, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, and my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many black women can't find a husband and why 70% of black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.